I'm Aleksandre Asatiani, the lead author of the paper Technical Debt is Killing Digital Transformation, but There is a Way Out, which I wrote together with my excellent colleagues Torell, Tapani Rinta-Kahila, and Johan Magnusson. In this paper, we wanted to present the technical debt problem in a new light, showing that despite of what the name might suggest, the problem of technical debt is both technical and social. And we also wanted to provide some recommendations for managers on how to navigate severe technical debt that may be stifling their digital transformation efforts. And in the paper, we have a great case that shows the way to do this successfully. But first, what is technical debt? The term technical debt comes from the field of software engineering, and it describes accumulation of software maintenance obligations over time. Think of technical debt like credit card debt, but for technology. And here is a scenario that you might relate to. You need to deliver a new feature for your software, and the deadline is breathing down your neck, and resources are very tight. That sounds familiar. And then you opt for a quick fix in your software, a temporary solution of sorts that works for now, but you know it will need proper attention later. The catch? These quick fixes pile up, and you do not actually return to them because there is always other things to deliver, other deadlines. And each temporary solution adds another layer of complexity, making any future changes more expensive and more time-consuming. So it's like borrowing time from the future. You save some time now, but you have to pay it back later, with compounding interest. From technical standpoint, the way to get rid of technical debt would be to either refactor the problematic code, fixing the problems that you introduced before, or then starting from the clean slate, replacing the old software. Sounds easy? Well, in reality, neither of those options are cheap nor easy, as it might seem at first, especially if we think of large corporate systems that have been developed for years, if not decades. But that's not all. And this is the twist. The technical debt problem is not just about old broken software. It's also about people, processes, and how organizations work. And serious technical debt often has organizational and structural origins. And the problems that technical debt creates spill over the technological boundaries, and they become business problems. And when managers don't understand this, their organizations get stuck. Let me share a remarkable story that illustrates this perfectly. The case of Green Cargo, Sweden's largest rail freight company. Now, imagine managing hundreds of daily train departures across the entire country using computer systems that are from 1980s. This was the reality for Green Cargo. They were stuck with the aging technology that carried heavy technical debt, which was becoming a massive burden for business. The company realized a long time ago that this was a problem and that they were falling behind the competition, and yet they were stuck in this spiral of technical debt. And for years and years, management tried the usual approach, replacing everything at once, and it failed. They did not have resources or competencies to carry out such a massive project. But more importantly, they could not really afford the disruption that such project would cause. And then, in 2019, the new leadership tried something different. They realized that the big system replacement was a no-go. It will not work. And they also understood that as much as technical debt was a challenge, the debt in itself was not the problem, not for business. The problem was the impact that technical debt was having on the company as a whole. And the IT department was fully focused on the hopeless tasks of keeping the old systems running while trying to resolve the debt. And this left no time for supporting business development. And as a result, everybody suffered. So, Green Cargo initiated a slew of organizational and technical changes. They have reprioritized the debt, making it clear that first and foremost, the IT function had to support business development, providing infrastructure and applications that business needed, The debt problem was only a problem when it stood in the way of doing this. Now, to support this new mission of the IT department, the new leadership gave them a broad mandate to act and make decisions as they saw fit, which was not really in place before. They also introduced new development-oriented structure into the department, clearly signaling the transition of the IT function from support to development. They also shifted resources from their existing outsourcing contracts back into the department, all the while providing the IT department with an access to agile, modular, cloud-based IT platforms that allow the department to develop new applications around the old debt-ridden systems, overcoming many, but not all, limitations of such systems. The results? Well, in just 3 years, the number of development initiatives exploded from 13 to over 1,000. They launched 25 new applications, and the maintenance updates for the old systems went from 4 updates per year to over 200, which allowed them to fix problems faster while migrating the data and applications from the old mainframes to the new cloud-based platforms. So this made it actually possible to gradually disconnect those old systems and get rid of the debt gradually, step by step. This success came not just from introducing new technology. That alone would not have gotten Green Cargo very far. The success came from the new understanding of the debt and the organizational changes which were accompanied by the necessary technological support to resolve business problems. In our article, we provide a detailed account of Green Cargo's journey, and we also offer some actionable recommendations to help managers address the technical debt in their own organizations. I hope you enjoyed the article and you find those suggestions helpful for your practice. Thank you very much.